Good morning, and today we will work on day 12 in your packet. It's April 2. What is the average rate of a change? So, our work today is how to find the average rate of a change. We have this function f of x equals 5 times 2 power x. And of course, you know what is this function? Is it linear or exponential? Yeah, because the exponent here is a variable, so it's an exponential function. It's not linear. We want to find the average rate of a change for this function on the interval -2, -1, 2. That means we have two values for x. From x equals -1, start from x equal -1 to x equal to. We have two values for x, and we want to find the value of the function at this point, at x equal -1. To find the value of this function, we use this equation. F of x equals 5 times 2 power x. We will plug in for x equal -1 here to find the value of the function at this point, okay? So if we plug in for x equal -1, we will have 5 times 2 power -1. 2 power -1 is the same as 1 over 2, or 1 half. 2 power -1 equals 1 half. So we will put here times 1 half. 5 times 1 half equals 2.5. And that means half 5. Half 5 is 2.5. Okay. Now, when x equals -1, the function equals 2.5. That means y equals 2.5. When x is -1, y equals 2.5. So the first point that we have here is -1, comma, 2.5. Remember that this is the first point, okay? Let's see when x equals 2, y equals what? So again, we will plug in for x equals x equals 2 in the function to find y equals what? 5 times 2 power x means 2 power 2. 2 power 2 is 2 times itself equals 4. 5 times 4 equals what? Equals 20. Okay? So when we plug in for x equals 2, y equals 20, and this is the value of the function at this point. So the second point will be 2, 20. When we plug in for x2, we got 20. And when we plug in for x -1, we got 2.5. Is it okay now? So we have 2 points. We will use these 2 points to find the average rate of a change. Okay? And you know that any ordered pair, the first coordinate is x and the second in y. Okay? In this example, we have x1, y1, because we have another point, x2, comma, y2. Okay, we have x1, y1, x2, y2. Use this formula to find the average rate of a change. To find the average rate of a change, we find the change in y over the change in x. If you remember that. Change in y changed from 2.5 became 20. So it will be 20 minus 2.5, okay, over what? Let me put this 20 minus 2.5 over x2 minus x1, the change in x. x2 is 2 minus x1 is negative 1, okay, equals 20 minus 2.5 give you 17.5, 17.5 over 2 minus negative 1. You have two negative sign here. 2 minus negative 1 means 2 plus 1. Okay, negative and negative give you positive. 2 minus negative 1 equals 3. So the answer is 17.5 over 3. This is the average rate of change for this function. So remember, to find the average rate of change, we need 2 points. Here we have interval negative 1 comma 2. We use these 2 points, negative 1 and 2, to find the value of the function at these 2 points. Negative 1, when x equal negative 1, y 2.5. When x equal 2, y equal 20. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 give you this number, which is the average rate of a change. Let's see another example. From this graph, find the average rate of a change for this function, okay, represented by this graph. We should have an interval. We should have 2 points for x to find the average rate of a change. The first point here is x equals negative 1. Okay, we have here x equals negative 1, and the other value for x is 1. From this interval, the first point is negative 1 and x equal 1. So from negative 1 to 1, in this interval, let me look here, start from negative 1 to 1. Okay, so when x equal 1, what do you think the value of the function equal? Okay, if you go up to reach this graph, at this point, read what is the value of the function. What is y equal? 1, 2, 3, 4. So when x equals negative 1, y equals 4. That's from the graph, okay? So we will find the value of the function from the graph. When x equals 1, let's see y equals what? X equals 1, okay? Go from x equal 1, go up. When you reach this graph, read what is y equal, okay? What is this point? This point is 1. That means the value of the function here equals 1. Now we have 2 points. We have x1, y1. We have x2, y2. 2 values for x, 2 values for y. Find the average rate of a change. We will use this formula, y2 minus y1, which is the change in y, over x2 minus x1, the change in x. Okay, y2 minus y1. y2 equal 1 minus 4 equals what? 1 minus 4 equals negative 3. Okay, so up here we'll put 1 minus 4. We put 1 minus 4. up, and the change in x here, x2 minus x1, 1 minus negative 1. 1 minus 4 equals, then 1 minus 4 equal negative 3, negative 3. So we'll put the change in y here, negative 3, and the change in x down here, 1 minus negative 1. Again, we have negative and negative give you positive 2. Negative 3 over 2. And if you notice that this rate of change is negative, and if you look here at the graph, you will find that the function starts from up here and it goes down, means it's decreasing. So in this interval or in any interval here, the rate of change should be negative because it's exponential decay. Okay, so we have the average rate of change today. This is our work in your packet to find the average rate of change. Find any 2 points, x1, y1, x2, y2. Use this formula each time, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, change in y over the change in x. This is the average rate of a change. If you need any help, let me know. I hope that you submit all your work today to be graded. Have a good day.